Hello everyone, today we're going to talk about the types of sentence structure in English. We have four main types of sentence structure: the simple sentence, the compound sentence, the complex sentence, and the compound complex sentence. But before we explain the structures, we need to understand the difference between a sentence and a clause. A sentence is a set of words that is complete in itself and generally contains a subject and a main verb. A sentence also contains the correct punctuation. In other words, a sentence is complete by itself. Meanwhile, a clause is a group of words that contains a subject and a verb. We have three different types of clauses. The first one is an independent clause, which makes sense on its own as a sentence. The second one is a dependent clause, which is also known as a subordinate clause, which doesn't make sense on its own as a sentence. It's incomplete. The third one is a relative clause. This one is another type of a dependent clause. It provides extra information about a noun and usually modifies it and gives more details about it. The first type we will learn about is a simple sentence. A simple sentence contains one independent clause. It also contains a subject and a verb. For example, she brushes her teeth in the morning, or the baby laughed. The second structure is a compound sentence. A compound sentence contains two independent clauses and is linked by a coordinating conjunction. These coordinating conjunctions can include for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. For example, she brushes her teeth in the morning, so her teeth are nice and clean. Sentence is made up of two complete ideas or two independent clauses. She brushes her teeth in the morning, which is a full sentence by itself, and her teeth are nice and clean, which is another sentence that is complete on its own. These two sentences are joined by a coordinating conjunction, which is so, and definitely don't forget to put the comma before the coordinating conjunction. Another example is the baby laughed at the cartoon and he played with his toys. Here we also have two complete ideas that are joined by a coordinating conjunction and definitely a comma before the conjunction. The third type is a complex sentence. Complex sentences contain one independent clause and one or more subordinate clause. Subordinate clauses are linked by either a subordinating conjunction, like although, after, because, since, when, or a relative pronoun, like who, which, that, etc. For example, the child laughed because the cartoon was funny. The sentence is made up of two clauses, an independent clause and a dependent clause. The first one is the child laughed, which makes sense by itself. And the dependent clause is because the cartoon was funny. Because the cartoon was funny does not make sense by itself. It needs the first idea to make a complete sentence. The second example is I can't wait to meet everyone at the reunion dinner, which is tomorrow. The sentence consists of an independent clause and a dependent clause. The independent clause is I can't wait to meet everyone at the reunion dinner, which can stand by itself. Meanwhile, which is tomorrow came to modify it and cannot make sense alone. The fourth type is the compound complex sentence. A compound complex sentence contains two or more independent clauses and one or more dependent clause, and is linked with a coordinating conjunction. For example, I woke up in the morning and I brushed my teeth even though everyone else was sleeping. The sentence consists of two independent clauses and one dependent clause. The independent clauses are I woke up in the morning and I brushed my teeth. These two sentences can make sense alone, but the dependent clause, even though everyone else was sleeping, is a clause that cannot stand by itself. Joining all of these sentences together make a compound complex sentence. Quiz time. Answer the following questions. Thank you for watching and have a nice weekend.